Everybody, welcome, welcome. I am Eva Medilek, your certified high performance coach, and I am apologizing for being an hour late, but I was on a training, my recertification training with my own coach. So I am happy to be here with you today. Better late than never. So sorry about being late. So if you're joining live or on the replay, please say hello. Please say where you are tuning in from. I am tuning in from sunny Berkeley, California, which, I love Berkeley. I love the weather. I am just like Goldilocks, the temperature for me is always just right here. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just right, and there's no mosquitoes. And there's not a lot of bugs, but we are having quite an issue with these blackbirds and crows. And yeah, I feel like I'm in a Hitchcock movie. So, hey, everybody. Hi, Kobe, Elvis, Ad, Wish, Kiang, Natia, Viveka, Donna, Lena. If I don't get to everybody, please, please, please forgive me and be kind because, for me, multitasking kind of moves my concentration and focus away. And so I want to talk to you about the power of questions. Like I said, I just got off a training with my coach, and we were just meeting other coaches in the room. And one of the things that came up was, what is the most, well, let me put it this way. What is the most powerful part of coaching? And for me, it was the ability to ask powerful questions because, look, guys, we support what we create, and telling people what to do does not always work. If any of you have been parents out there or have tried telling people what to do, like, how does that work out for you? Like, tell the truth, when someone feels told what to do, because here's the thing, guys, most conflict happens when people don't feel seen, heard, and respected. You see that in your relationships. You see that at your job. You see that amongst your friends when you don't feel like somebody's hearing you, like somebody's really understands who you are, what you're about, and what you're trying to say. There's a feeling that comes into your body, right? That causes you to want to be defensive and defend your position or want to shut down. Is this making sense? You want to be defensive or you want to shut down? And I see a bunch more of you hopping on. So I just want to say thank you for hopping on. Thank you for listening. And please, if you can let me know in the chat, what particularly shuts you down in a conversation? If you're talking with somebody, whether it's a friend, a family member, your spouse, your boss, what causes you to either want to end the conversation, shut down, no longer contribute, or just feel like you've got to defend who you are, what you're saying, how you're feeling even? Let me see if anybody has responded. Both, yes. Let me ask you this. What causes you to want to leave a conversation? Here's what I mean by that. I'm trying to put this in the right way that actually lands well, so I appreciate your patience. So lots of love from NYC. Ignorance. Okay, Wendy. I mean, I know in my relationship, there was something my husband always did, and thank God he does it a lot less now, that would absolutely drive me crazy. I would be saying something or sharing something, and I'd get an eye roll. You know that eye roll? I don't know about you, but when I used to eye roll my mother, she used to say to me, "Do it again, and I'm going to slap your eyes out of your head." Okay, Kat, when you feel like you're not being validated. Oh, Annette, when someone isn't paying attention. I shut down. Argo, I shut down when you get the feeling they think they are better than me. The one-sidedness. I don't like being talked to when like I'm a child. People not giving a damn about what I'm saying. Sometimes I can misinterpret others' tones and I tend to shut down if I feel as though they have a negative or demeaning tone. Like all is so true. So true. Like I totally get that and I hear you. Madam, there's some anyway, so would you like to hear some tips on how you can be that no, what do I want to say? So you are not that person that shuts other people down and how you can powerfully stand up for yourself in situations like that and ask for what you need. Anger and disrespect, talking down to exactly. There's nothing, especially in females, when we feel that we're being patronized or talked down to, we will shut down or we'll get pissed off, one or the other, right? And negative energy is the worst, Wendy. I hear you. So I've got this framework that I teach my clients that I want to share with you today. And it's LAPI. It's a listening framework that will have you be in control of conversations, because one of the things that's powerful about who we get to be in our conversations and our relationships is being a role model, modeling the behavior that we want to receive, right? Model the behavior that you want to receive. So first of all, when someone is in conversation with you, like a lot of you said here, when you don't feel that you're being listened to, it's a problem. You've got to show people how to listen. And so when you're listening, most people want to listen to respond or defend or to correct, but you get to listen. That's the first part of the framework, L. Listen by being fully present. Put down the phone. Shut off the notifications or don't pay attention to them. Silence your phone and really be intently listening. Listening, 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 and listening in a way that you really hear what they're saying. Because I'm sure that that's what a lot of you say, that you don't feel like you're being heard and listened to when you're in conversation with someone. So this is how you role model that behavior. The second thing is the A, you want to acknowledge. We all want to be acknowledged, right? So you get to role model acknowledgement, and this is what it looks like. Thank you for sharing what you just did. I hear you. And I appreciate you sharing that. I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate your openness. Or maybe that must have been hard for you to share. Thank you for sharing it. Or you celebrate them. That's amazing. I'm so happy you feel that way. Some sort of acknowledgement. And then immediately after the acknowledgement, you want to go to the P, which is paraphrasing or restating what they said so that you and the other person know that you heard them clearly and correctly. Once I was speaking to my husband, it was one New Year's, and I said to him on New Year's Eve or a couple of days before, can we do something different this New Year's Eve? Can we stay home, snuggle on the couch, watch TV, have a nice dinner together? Because, all of these New Year's Eves we've always spent with other people, and I kind of felt neglected in a way, and I really just want to be alone with the man I love. And here I am professing my love to my husband, and he completely shut down on me after that. I didn't follow my own advice, first of all, but he completely shut down on me and didn't spend New Year's Eve at all with me. We had dinner. He didn't sit next to me, and he went to bed early, and I couldn't figure out. And of course, I was making up all these stories in my head, like what is he thinking? He doesn't love me anymore. He doesn't want to be with me, pissed him off. And finally, we addressed the elephant in the room, and I asked him, what did you hear me say? And the answer shocked me. He said to me, I heard you say that the past 20 years you've had miserable New Year's Eves with me. Not what I intended in my heart, but where I made the mistake was checking in with him to make sure he understood what I was saying. And what I could have done differently was just say, after I expressed what I thought was pouring out my heart and love to him, was just say, "So what are you hearing me say?" And I didn't do that. I just naturally assumed that he understood what I said. So when you are in this framework of LAPI and paraphrasing, restate what you heard the people say. So is what I'm hearing you say is this. Did I hear you correctly? Is this is what you're saying? And restate it without commentary, without making anybody right or wrong, without agreeing or disagreeing, but just restate what you heard them say. And they can either agree, like, yes, you got it, you understood, you feel me, or no, that's not quite it. Let me try this again. So then you make sure that there's no misunderstandings between you. And the last is the I. The I stands for the inquiry, the asking powerful questions, to be in the inquiry. If someone comes to you with a complaint, you acknowledge them for, trusting you enough to share that with you. You repeat what you heard them say that they're complaining about, and you want to ask a powerful, open-ended question. And what that looks like is, what would you like to see happen? What would make this better for you? How can we do better next time? What needs to happen? You don't want to ask a closed ended question where they can say yes or no and shut you down. But you also, and listen to me carefully, you also don't want to ask why. Why do you think that? Why do you think that's so? Because why brings up a feeling. Why you don't use why? It brings up a feeling of having to defend themselves, having to prove their opinion. And it doesn't create the feeling of wanting to be in a solution and collaborative. And so, we've got to own the responsibility of creating solutions, finding a better way if the old way doesn't work, especially people who come to you with a certain amount of complaints. So LAPI, listen, acknowledge, paraphrase, and inquire. And that will give you the tools to build a skill set to have powerful listening, acknowledgement, making sure not only are the people in your community or feeling seen, heard, and respected, but you're modeling that behavior. And when you model that behavior, when you transform, when you demonstrate a skill, other people around you transform as well, because people are watching you. People are watching how you communicate, how you converse, your reactions, your response. You can be powerful leaders in this moment, and also also be able to ask for what you need. If you're talking to someone and they're checking their phone or they're distracted by what's going on outside, you can ask, I need you to be present with me in this moment. Can you do me that favor? Instead of stop being distracted. So, has this helped, guys? Let me know. I've shared your post and I hope some join it and learn something. Thanks, Wendy. You're a love. Most people now use this phone when talking, and it's not okay. It's true story. True story. Let's see. Somebody had a question here. I lost it. When that person don't want to listen to me, my story, etc., ask them to listen. And if they don't want to listen, then move on. Yes, we want respect. We don't want to be belittled. Some of this I don't understand, but I hope this helped, guys. I really do, because it's the little things, it's the little skill building things that make for better connection and relationships and communications at home, at work, in our communities. And I hope this helped you. Thank you all for joining, for being so active in the chat. And if you go to my website, evamedilek.com, there's a free gift that you can get. It's called 6 Powerful Ways of Being to Foster Effective Communication and Connection in Your Relationships. Let me put the link in here. Medilek. Got to spell my name right. .com/PWOB. Copy and paste that, get your free gift, and learn how to have some really true connected relationships in your life because you get to be the leader. You get to role model that. Oh, Lordy. I hope that went through. An error occurred. Can y'all see it? Can y'all see the link I put in? Just somebody let me know if it showed up. And I'm going to do it again because it said there was an error. Tanya, I hear you say you're always the one to listen, but nobody seems to really want to listen to me. Okay, so I'm going to ask you an open-ended question. What can you do differently to get people to listen to you? What can you ask of people when you are in need of somebody to listen to you, right? Yes, it showed up. Thanks, Laura. Got it. Got it. Great, guys. All right. I've got to run. I got a full day ahead. Sorry I was late, but thank you all for showing up. You all are amazing. And I won't be on next week because I'm in a training again for me with my coach, but I will be able to see you, I think, the week after. So, but I might pop in my spare time, maybe in the evening. Okay. Take care. Bye.